Football is back, ladies and gentlemen, which now means it's time to get your team's football shirt. But I'm not trying to pay £120 for a football shirt. I'm just saying. But I have found the solution for myself and for you, the lovely audience of the Don Hussam channel, with your own coupon promo code. And this is the solution, ladies and gentlemen. All you've got to do is just go to okjersey.com. As you guys can see, all the options are there. Of course, I'm a Liverpool fan, you guys already know. And then this is the shirt. Look how amazing it looks. I'm just going to go pick my size. And then after that, I'm going to choose the Premier League patch. And listen, I'm too old to be putting any player names on the back. So I'm just going to get it as it is. I'm going to click add to cart, view cart. And this is the same thing that you guys do on any website. You proceed to checkout, you fill in all your information. And then after that, coupon code Hussam. When you click this coupon code, you get a 8% discount. Enjoy shopping, guys. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another stream, ladies and gentlemen. We are out here, and we are here to do one of your favorite shows of the week.
43 minutes late.
هنا 44 now.
الطريقة هاي أسرع نولها. I'm not Algerian. You don't have to be mad at me. Anyway, make sure you guys are liking the video. Make sure you guys are subscribing to the channel if you're yet to do so. Every single one of you, please hit the like button and subscribe. All of you, please close the live chat, hit the like button, subscribe. Keep getting stuck in the chat, keep getting involved. First topic of the day I want to start off with is, I'm sure you guys have seen the news with the Semenyo stuff. Basically, Semenyo moving to Manchester City. Ashraf, as a direct rival of City for the league title, what do you make of the Semenyo transfer?
Yeah, it's a good transfer for them. It's a very good transfer. He can play right wing. He can play left wing. I keep saying this. I think you feel like he's an ambipetalist because I've seen him cut with his left. I've seen him cut with his right. Bulky, strong, very lethal going forward. I think it'll definitely help. I think it gives them a lot of options and strengthens them. I don't know if he'll have an impact immediately. I know some players take time to adjust to new clubs, especially new systems. But yeah, he would be a very, very good signing for them for sure. He'd be a very good signing. Question is, who would they drop? I said this yesterday on most channel. I think they'd drop Doku in the long run because I think Semenyo is a better player than Doku. I think Doku's flashier and dribbles better, but he doesn't have anywhere near the end product that Semenyo has. So yeah.
So are you worried now that they've signed Semenyo? Does that worry you a little bit? Does that annoy you?
I mean, for starters, they haven't signed him. They're working on signing him, which they probably will.
Okay, when Fabrizio posted,
no, I'm not.
Really? He posted Morgan Gibbs White to Spurs. How did that work out?
خلاص هسا انت ايش Wolfie, this is what typical Wolfie, just like an Arab woman. She will يعني forget everything you did good because of one bad thing you said. خلاص.
Bro, there's a mile-long list of ones he's got wrong.
Fabrizio is no longer reliable. He got one thing wrong out of 5,000 transfers. ارحموني يا أخي. We know Semenyo is going City. So now, talk to me.
That was a bit sexist.
Yeah. I just don't. No, I'm not worried if that's your question. I think
Why?
us losing the league is because I think us losing the league is on us. I don't think it's on City. I think if we bottle it, then we've done something wrong. I think we're a better team. Even with them getting Semenyo, I still think we're a better team. I think we have the less difficult fixtures unless we make it difficult for ourselves by playing the way we played against Wolves in those other games. If we don't, then it doesn't matter if they get Semenyo. I mean, they got Marmoush last year, who was highly rated. They got Nico Gonzalez, who took time to adjust. They got Matheus Nunes initially from the Premier League itself, and he took a lot of time to adapt. So I'm not worried. Even if he adapts quickly, I still think we are the better team. We just have to make sure we play to our strengths. So hopefully we do.
I don't think it's that big a signing. I'll be honest with you. I don't think it.
You're like Hussam. You and Hussam think the same then?
Yeah. No, I don't think. No, I like Semenyo. I would take him at Forest, but he's not going to move the needle in the title race. He's not going to move the needle in the title race. Semenyo, how long has he been at Bournemouth now? Year and a half, whatever it is.
No, more.
2 years?
More, right?
Whatever it is.
Because I remember playing him 2 years ago, but yeah, if he's been there longer, I don't know.
Okay, 2 years. It's not. He came in like when they were in the Premier League, okay, but he's not too dissimilar to Doku in terms of Doku's more flary, yes. Semenyo is very good at getting into the box, but his end product has been horrific until this season. In terms of goal scoring, he wasn't very good at finishing last year. He has improved on
correct.
that.
He picked it up now. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's improved a lot on it this season. He's also going through a dry patch this season that everyone seems to ignore as well until recent weeks. I think he's a very good player. I just don't think because Man City, we'll do the Hussam assumption with his favorite Fabrizio. Let's assume it's all done and dusted, which it's not, but let's assume it's happened. That signing doesn't win Man City the league. Man City, with or without Semenyo, could still win the league. I don't see how this has moved the needle into them suddenly. Because you'd probably argue Doku's probably having one of his best seasons for City, better than he was last year. If Doku were to play or Semenyo were to play, does it make that much of a difference? No. I would say this is a squad depth signing. He's not guaranteed to walk straight into that team. I don't think so. And that's not to say he's a bad player.
Ooh,
I just
that's
think
a good point, actually. Does Semenyo walk straight into the team? I never looked at it from that perspective.
And Pep traditionally doesn't blood new players straight in.
You
They
get me,
usually
blood.
take a while, apart from the obvious ones with Haaland and what have you. So it's a good depth signing, but I think this is where we are with the Premier League and players in general at the moment. There's 5 to 10 players that move a needle that guarantee you a title-winning chance with that player. Semenyo's not one of
The
them.
question that begs itself, and I was asked earlier, do we believe any winger has succeeded at Manchester City? Deeply think about this. Since Pep has been manager,
What do you mean?
who? Tell me.
Sterling, Sane,
Mahrez.
Mahrez. That's 3 already.
Okay. And from the new era?
New era, man. When's the new era?
Yeah,
When's the new era?
When is the new era
We're going to
start?
have an objective debate. Let's mention the ones that work. Fair enough. Let's also mention the ones that haven't worked.
Wait,
Okay, which ones haven't
who
worked
said
with the new
everyone's
era?
worked? Who said everyone's worked?
Okay. So we've got...
There's no club. There's no club that's bought players where some haven't flopped. That's the standard. Pep
Big
or
up,
not.
guys. We've got a Chelsea fan joining us as well. Big up to you. Man like Joey is in the building. Thank you, Joey, for joining us. Appreciate you, brother.
Joey!
And like Joey, thank you for joining us, Habib. Appreciate you.
Yeah, no problem.
I'm sorry, Truble. I've got to read this because it's funny. Apologies, Sam. I called you a camel rider on the terrace. I was advised you find it offensive. I wasn't aware of that. Like, subscribe, people. Listen.
He is a camel rider. What
He
are
is
you
a
on
camel
about?
rider. He owns
Bro,
3
we're
camels.
all...
Hey, Joey's Lebanese. Joey's
Arab.
Lebanese. So he can do the same thing, right?
All 4 of us are camel riders. We're all Arabs. We're all camel
Listen,
riders.
Don't tag me with your Arab brush,
You're
bro.
a camel rider too. You're a Libyan.
Shut the hell up, you
Scotland,
fraud.
man.
Libyan fraud. This guy probably had Mbakab guy yesterday. Anyway, let me just tell you this.
I find that very offensive, by the way, True Blue. I find that very
True Blue
offensive.
play. When you see racial or ethnical banter between groups of the same group, it doesn't mean you can use it from outside the group. You get me? That's sort of how these racial conversations are. You get me?
Wait,
I
where
would
are you from?
personally.
Where are you from?
I'll give you an example. As Hussam, does it offend me? No, but as an example, you go to another Arab YouTuber, he might call you racist and cancel you. So that's why don't use it, just to be safe.
No, it's
your
not
own-
that. It's about the audience. It's about
Yeah,
the
it's
audience.
about the
I'm sure
audience
there's
as well.
a few
People in
Arabs
the
in
audience
there
get
as well.
offended.
For
But for me
example,
personally,
Hussam
I
saying
am-
I'm like an Arab woman could be, constrained as sexist.
Anyway.
That's what you brought me on here for. Hide the conversation.
Yeah, you're not brown enough, Joe.
Have a
You're not brown
conversation.
enough.
I know I'm not brown enough for this. Come on, let's go.
Joey, your mic's not connected, by the way. You're speaking from the laptop.
No,
I think so. Yeah, it sounds
Yeah,
like.
you're
laptop.
speaking from the laptop.
But anyway, back to
Hear me out.
Semenyo. That's
Hear me out.
I
Sorry, I
honestly-
just wanted to say something
Go
with the whole winger thing. Big up to all of you guys as well.
That
Locked in, got
makes sense.
500 people in the building. Thank you guys so much. Please like and subscribe. So you guys mentioned the ones that were. Fair enough. Hello? Marmoush, recent era. Marmoush
Not a
is
winger.
already looking at
But he's not a winger. Why are you counting him?
Let's not play this game because we're talking about who's playing over there right now.
Ah, okay. So then, by that
Okay.
logic, add Bernardo Silva because Bernardo Silva played wing before and he was doing fine. for
Yeah,
City.
I can do Bernardo Silva, no problem. But Bernardo Silva, I think for the most part, like if I check how many games, let me actually check. That's actually a good point, Ashraf. You know,
I would consider like Foden and Turkey in those spots though, not necessarily Bernardo Silva, but I would consider Foden and Turkey because they do play.
Foden
This
is great there.
season,
Turkey is great there.
he's played there plenty in previous seasons.
Yeah.
I've got the positions played thing on transfer market, but where
Wait,
does
where
it
are
say
you
the
going
amount?
with this, bro? I don't know where you're going with this.
Yeah, what was your point? Is your point that wingers don't work under Pep? Because that's obviously
One
a
second.
fallacy.
Where do you find the amount of times he's done something?
Transfer
transfer
market. You have to type
Transfer
in-
I'm there. I'm there.
Go
I'm there.
all. Would you go to all seasons?
I'll guide you 1 second. Let me open it.
Go all seasons, and then it's on
Here, I'll
down
show
the
you.
right hand side.
It says main position attacking midfielder here.
Yeah, but down the right hand side, it'll give you how many. He's
Yeah, I
played.
think I found it. I found it, Hussam.
طب teach
Scroll
me what
down,
to do.
scroll down, Hassan.
علموني يا أخي. What to
Scroll
do.
down.
Maybe.
Keep going. And there should be an all seasons thing. Yeah, there. Stop. View full stats,
View full stats.
and then scroll.
There you go, on the right,
On the right.
No,
Too
no,
far.
go up,
No,
go
you
up,
missed
go
it.
up.
On the right.
Yeah,
Yeah, there.
yeah.
But why is there so less games?
That's
though?
this season. So scroll.
That's
You're
this
on this season.
Scroll up. Okay, all seasons. Okay, let's check.
There you go.
There you go.
Damn, he's played 207 games as the attacking mid.
Damn,
First of all-
167 right wing, 67
what-
right midfield.
Hey, you
Oh my
want to know what,
God.
man?
We'll ignore those
Bernardo's basically played everywhere.
He has, to be honest.
Yeah.
This guy is
Wait,
playing
he's
from
playing defensive midfield.
I was just looking at
defensive
that one.
midfielder, attacking midfielder, right winger, center midfield, right midfield, center forward, left winger, left midfield. Brother, what
Bro,
is that?
no
So what
wonder.
was
No
the
wonder.
argument you were going to make about Bernardo Silva, Hussam? I'm intrigued.
Anyway, forget Bernardo Silva. I'm
Oh,
looking
forget
at-
Bernardo Silva now.
No,
Yeah?
But here's the thing. You know, Ashraf brought up Bernardo Silva, not me. To be fair.
Yeah,
You
but
brought
wait,
up
what's
his
your
stats, bro.
overarching point? What's your point that wingers
Oh,
don't work under Pep? Because they obviously do.
Wow, Kojo, Habibi, welcome to the stream. Now you join me. Anyway, I'll say this with this whole conversation. Look, big up Kojo, appreciate you. I look at the recent wingers: Marmoush, Doku, Semenyo, and this like new era Pep. I don't think it's a guarantee with Erling Haaland that Semenyo will work at Manchester City. So when I'm looking at like Semenyo right now, I think, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Listen, I said it on the terrace. Fuck it, I'll say it here. I think Semenyo will flop at Man City.
You think
Do
it'll be
you
another
think-
Jack Grealish?
To be honest, yes. I think it'll be very similar to that.
Wait, do you think if we sat here this time last year, would you be saying Doku was a flop at City?
I still think Doku's a flop. That's the funny part.
You still think has he improved from last season?
Yeah, but it's not easy. It's not.
He
difficult to
has,
improve
but
on
he
ass.
hasn't got to that. Yeah,
It's
he hasn't
not
got to that
difficult to
level
improve
right
on
now.
ass, brother.
Yeah.
I don't know. So where's your threshold for flop versus not flop?
Okay. No, first of all, I don't know with Semenyo because he hasn't played yet, but it's just my prediction.
Yeah, no, I'm saying okay, Doku. I don't think he's a flop, but what's your kind of cutoff for him to go from non-flop, from flop to non-flop?
Oh, I think Doku has to improve in the final third so much more. Like you look at Jeremy Doku this season. I think, by the way, this happened like I swear this happened like 2 seasons ago where he had like all his GA in like 1 game or some shit. He's got 5
Yeah, he
GA
got,
in
like,
15
4, 5
games, only
assists,
1
yeah.
goal scored. By the way,
Yeah.
City fans themselves will tell you in an offensive City lineup, 1 goal in 15. That's horrible numbers.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Even if
I
you
was just
include
gonna say his
assists.
GA numbers have to be much better, Wolfie. Just like
Much
in
better.
general, for him to get away from that like flop.
I hear it, but I always feel that whenever someone's arguing whether or not they think a player's a flop or good, if the GA stats help them, they'll lean on GA. If they don't, they'll lean on look at his performances. Like I don't think you can have
Yeah,
an
but his
objective
performances
conversation.
only have gotten good.
I actually
this
think
year.
he's a really good
I agree with
dribbler
Joey.
and he progresses the ball into the final third. I do agree. I think his end product is poor, hence why I liken Semenyo a bit to him, especially Semenyo last season. But to say he's a flop, then you're gonna have to say Wirtz is a flop.
I mean, but yeah, that
Wirtz is a
that's
flop so
true.
far.
But Hell yeah, Verts
that's
is
the
a
truth.
flop so far.
No,
What,
no,
is that
but I'm
an
saying
NGO?
Khalas. You're saying Vert's done dusted. He
No,
can't improve. He's
no,
not
not
gonna
that-
unfuck
slash
himself.
heck, but
Hey,
it
Ashraf,
goes-
you see how he just twisted
slash
it?
heck,
He
but
just
it
twisted
does. Words has had not even a full season. Like we've seen Doku at
Exactly.
a full season now.
2
At least
seasons.
Doku
2.
now.
This is the
The
3rd
one thing
season.
you can say about Doku at least is he completes a lot of his dribbles. Like he's gonna beat his man. Like it's not a thing of not beating his man. He's gonna beat his man. So like yeah, you're gonna get a little bit. You're gonna get some good from Doku. But you also have to, I mean, when you're spending 60, obviously the reason why we have to talk about GA is because of price. Like the only reason we really have to even have this conversation is because of price. If he's a 30, 35 million, 40 million pound player, GA isn't necessarily the biggest thing. You don't need necessarily both GA
Hey,
and
Joey, you saying 65 is too much?
for who?
For Semenyo.
Semenyo.
No, I don't think it's too much. That's the going rate for these kind of wingers at this rate. I mean, he's better than what we been than Gittins and Madueke, which was 50,
Elanga.
around 50, Alanga around 50. You know what I'm saying? So like that
Elanga is a
65
flop as an example.
yeah, around 65 is right around the price. I would say that's actually a solid deal. But I kind of have to agree with Hussam in a sense of like him not working out at City. I think the reason why I say that is just stylistically. Like Pep normally stylistically has much more technical wingers than what Semenyo is. The PNP thing doesn't normally catch on for a Pep style winger, and you see it a lot of the times with the style with who he's had. The last real PNP winger that worked out at City was Sane, and like Sane had technical ability out of his ears at that time. So it's like bro, he had everything. He was unbelievable. Other than what he was only what
Sane used to scare me whenever we played.
Sane was unbelievable.
I still rate Sane now. I still rate Sane.
Yeah,
That's
Sane
what
is a
I'm
good.
saying.
Now
is
he's
different,
washed,
yeah.
but that's a different.
Yeah,
I'd still take him at Forest, man.
He's lost 3 steps compared to what he
Well,
was.
for your logic for rating players cannot be you would take them at Forest, brother. What is your 17th?
So I can
Many players you would take, يعني عادي. Nizar al-Rashdan would make you better.
But I the one thing that I could see him as being Sterling, like I guess, is finding him at the back post, like getting goals in that type of manner. Also, aerially gives you an outlet in that manner because, like Haaland, as big as he isn't the best aerial threat, but you can go long to Semenyo in like 2 different ways. You can go long vertically and you can go long like in the air. So it's like it gives you another option. And I also think the big thing with Semenyo that I wonder if he'll work out is how close to goal are you going to bring him? Because you have a lot of players. If you're going to do that, like you're going to have a lot of players close to goal. Like I mean, even now they have a lot of players close to goal, and it works out all right. But like having those players around close to each other, you normally want them very technical, and that's not something that's into.
I don't even think it's that when it comes to Semenyo. I think it will be about the style of play, because we've seen a lot of players who move into a Big Six team who were playing for a team that had space. Look at Elanga. Elanga's the perfect example. Last season under Nuno, he was the pivot in the counter attack. He had grass to run into. He had space to utilize his pace, for example. Okay, he's gone to Newcastle, who play a bit more on the front foot. He hasn't got that same space to operate in, and some would say he's flopped. I'm like, thank you for the 55 mil. This is going to be the same, I think, conversation that needs to be had over Semenyo. He could flop or he could be good, because you kind of seen a different Man City this season. It's not constantly pass on the edge of the opposition's box.
They're much more direct than they used to be.
Yeah, there's more direct, there's more transition. So it may work in that sense that if Semenyo finds a bit of space that he can play into where he's up against one-on-one against a fullback rather than up against 2 or 3 players bunched up in that same segment, it could work. So I think the system is going to dictate how well or not Semenyo is going to be. In terms of talent, I don't think anyone's going to argue he hasn't got it. but
Yeah,
it
he's
will
talented
be
player.
based on the system. It will be based on the system and how much space.
Wolfie, I
given
actually
to
said
it.
something earlier, which I think you might agree with. I actually think Semenyo probably would have suited Arsenal and Chelsea more than a City. Really.
I think at Arsenal, he would nicely fit that left piece.
And
I
at
don't know,
Chelsea, he would have fit
Liverpool.
in the left wing. I think both clubs, he would have worked out more.
All I said was to my fan base was like, yo, if Semenyo had the 9 chances that Garnacho had in the last 2 games, he puts away 2 or 3.
He scores half of them at least.
Yeah.
No, I think half even.
He puts
He
away
is
2 or
that. His finishing has improved for sure this season, and he can play both wings, which I think makes him a very, very dangerous asset to have.
Yeah.
Actually, until 2 seasons ago, I always thought he was a right winger because he was playing on the right wing for Bournemouth and he was cutting in with his left foot. It just made me think he was a right winger. And turns out actually he can play both wings effectively well. I think it is a good signing.
Do you think
and I think
that's
given that they
the fact that like you a little element of you is like shit? Why didn't we sign him? That's making you worried.
No, I wanted. First of all, I already said I'm not worried, so I don't know where you got the worried from. I would have liked to sign him because, as I said, I think he would have played. But I would have definitely had him over Madueke, and I would have wanted him to play ahead of Trossard. But to be fair, Trossard has been killing it this season, so I don't even know if I should say that. But I think he would definitely have helped us for sure. But is it a need? It's not really like it's a luxury. I would say it's a luxury signing for us. It's not a need. That's the
What
reality.
type of
things.
needs
Like,
does Arsenal really have?
I think we need a midfielder that can compete with Zubimendi and Rice. Because right now, Norgard is just like a player of you
That's
play
not a
if we want
want.
to rest.
That's not a need.
No, but I think it is a need because if Rice goes down, we're screwed. We don't have Rice is the only player we don't have a proper backup for.
I think what you need is an alternative style striker.
Anytime, and let's just be real about this.
that.
Anytime you lose your best midfielder in any team, you're majority of the time screwed. Like if we lose Caicedo, we saw what happened to City when they lost Rodri. When you lose your best midfielder, majority of the time you're going to be screwed. Like it's just you're not going to have a real backup to that player because he's going to play majority of your games. Like that's
agreed. But you will definitely have a drop off, but it should at least be a drop off where you can still play at a decent level. Like I know you guys have injury issues with Lavia, so maybe that's a bad example. But let's assume Lavia didn't have injury issues. Let's say he was fit. Going from Caicedo to Lavia is definitely a drop off, but it's a drop off you guys can cope with for a couple of games, right? For maybe 4 or 5 games, you can cope with that if he was fit. The problem for us is Rice to any midfield option is not even a drop off; it's a disaster, right? Because unfortunately, like even with Zubimendi also, I can say
Norgard yesterday.
Yeah, but
Norgard was actually good yesterday.
That's what I was just about to say.
But guys, you missed my point.
This is what Norgard did. Yeah, this is what he did. Yeah, it's the most like in Arabic, السهل الممتنع. Just play to your strengths. He just did the easy stuff. When we defend, I'm gonna tackle the guy and I'm gonna give the ball to the better players. Very simple football.
Yeah, Habibi, which is why I didn't mention Zubimendi. He played for Zubimendi. He didn't play for Rice. Moreno played for Rice. The problem with where Rice plays for us in the 8 is he has a lot of athleticism. He runs back and forth.
I'm surprised you didn't say left wing as soon as you were asked the question. I'm really surprised.
No, because I have a left winger who's performing incredible this season in Trossard, and I have Martinelli who's killing it in the Champions League, and I have Eze who can play there, which is why I said that's a luxury.
But it's the thing that bothers me about this conversation is you can't have it both ways with Marino. You know what I'm saying? It's like you have Marino. You're going to use him. He bought him as a midfielder. He works as a striker. So, like, you can't have it both ways. It's like he has to play in midfield. Like, he has to have his time in midfield. You have 4. With Marino just playing striker, that would make 4 strikers. So, it's like, and you only play with a 1. You know what I mean? So, it's like, shit has to, something. Like,
I think Moreno should be their striker right now.
No.
I don't even think that's an edgy opinion anymore.
No, it isn't edgy.
I disagree. I don't think it's edgy, but I disagree.
Jesus yesterday did all the link-up stuff really nicely, and then in front of goal, useless.
You know who it's gonna be.
No! Don't say that. That's BS. Because in front of goal, the chances he took, which the keeper saved, I actually think Jesus took them correctly. The header was fantastic. He aimed it correctly, but the keeper went down quickly and saved it.
Yep.
And the other
That
one,
was
when
a
he
good
got it from
header,
the left,
actually.
he shot it. He curved it really
Ashraf,
well. But the
yesterday
keeper
you had
dove
3 XG and
tipped it
scored
out.
1 goal from a corner. Come on.
That's not on Jesus. Took his 2 shots really well. The keeper made fantastic saves.
Honestly, a lot of
Unlike-
those were Madueke though yesterday, Hussam. Madueke was
Yeah,
but Madueke
exactly.
shot it straight at the keeper. I agree with that.
yeah,
Exactly.
but like I
Exactly.
think Jesus actually like had opportunities to score and he put him on target really well. It just
For me, I think personally, I think Moreno does that like link up play stuff well to an extent, and at the same time is a good finisher. One thing we cannot deny, Moreno can finish.
He's
Right.
our best finisher. He's our
Yeah,
best
but
finisher.
my
That's
problem-
crazy. I don't
the
know
problem
what
with
I'm saying.
Moreno- the problem with Moreno is he can only play when the pitch is very condensed. You know what I'm saying? So
Exactly.
like there's nobody stretching the pitch if you play Moreno. You only have one side of the pitch being stretched by a player who's willing to run in behind. So like that's why Kai Havertz is like the perfect like pick for them, because out of the 4, he can stretch the pitch and he can
Play in
link
the
up.
condensed area. He
So
just
like,
cannot finish.
like that's why in the end he's gonna end up being the guy, like no matter what, because Gyökeres, you can't make the ball stick. Like when the ball gets to his feet, he can't make it stick enough. Like he needs it the hold up play and the pass off of the hold up play to be better for him. Otherwise, he's gonna continue to have the struggles that he has. He's never gonna be able to run in behind because everyone's just gonna defend that. We'll let you get the
Yeah,
ball.
I'm sorry. I'm
Just
done
before
with
we
this
move on,
Gyökeres.
because
I'm so annoyed. Go ahead.
I want to discuss the Arsenal Chelsea thing. Just quickly, Kojo, you haven't told us your opinion on the Semenyo to Man City thing. What do you make of
Is
it?
it confirmed? Or is it still is something that they're
Fabrizio, yeah,
forerunners
but
for?
let's
It's
just-
confirmed that Chelsea have pulled out.
Oh, Fabrizio already confirmed it.
Pretty thingy.
There's nobody gonna
Hey,
do
listen.
Chelsea to him.
I mean, listen, look, trust Chelsea to drop out the interest for Semenyo. I think I don't think we're ever serious, to be honest. But in regards to him going to Man City, I think it's a toss up, right? Because of course, Man City are in their transition of changing up their system as well, right? I think the old Man City, he would have never fitted in because they're not just possession based, but they play very tight, intricate passes. And as much as I love Semenyo because he's Ghanaian, he's my nation brother, I ain't seen that game from Semenyo B. So, the tight passes game. But now they're moving to a more perspective where they are doing a bit more of a counter attack as well. They are moving the ball at speed in terms of hitting them people on that counter attack. I can see how he fits in. You know what I'm saying, Chu? I can see how he fits in. And the question really begs to differ, a bit like Jack Grealish, Osha had the same thing, which is, will Pep Guardiola destroy his game in order to make it work for Man City? And that's the key thing for Semenyo. You know what I mean? Because Pep Guardiola desires almost perfection when you're playing for him, right? And someone like Semenyo, he benefits. I feel like for now, anyway, he may up his game even more. He benefits from not having that pressure of perfectionism when you're playing. People like him are the kind of player that may need a few different chances before they actually put one away, or a few different chances before they actually are super effective. Do you know what I'm saying to you? We're starting to see that from Doku, but Doku is actually quite technical. As much as we don't like to say it, he's quite technical. He's a tight dribbler. He keeps the ball at his feet. He wants to burn a defender by dropping a shoulder and then going past him. He can work in a technical system. But with Semenyo, he's a kind of, from what I'm seeing right now, he can change the game. It's more of a kick, run, dribble up in front of you. You know what I'm saying to you? And whether that game gets destroyed and he has to change it, and whether he can work with that is totally up to him, and whether Semenyo is ready to do that work. I don't know if he ever will be that kind of player. I think he is a player that's on transition, and I think he benefits from that team. I would have thought he would be someone like Liverpool would have been amazing for him. I think if he had played at Liverpool, I think he's a world beater. You know what? I can see him going on to. I know you don't want. You probably don't want to hear it, but if Mo Salah needs to move over, I could see someone like him supporting the strikers.
You're going
in a way.
so well, and then you just ruined it at the end. You ruined it. You're going so
I'm saying that when
well,
Mo
and
Salah
it's
moved
destroyed.
over, when
I thought he was
he
going to
has
say
to move
Ballon
over,
d'Or winner for a
Semenyo
second.
could take over that role because of the way that Liverpool set up their striking.
How good do we
options.
think Semenyo is? Kojo, you're speaking like he's amazing, basically.
I think he is
This
amazing.
season, he
I
has
think
been amazing.
he's been amazing. Yeah, I mean,
He's
listen,
had a
when players
bad patch
decide
this
to up
season
their
as
level,
well. People ignore it.
Yeah, he went like 11 games without a
went
goal. or
dry,
something.
yeah.
It's,
I think it's the danger it possesses in terms of the speed, the ability to do something a little bit different, right? You need players like him. You know, I always say, listen, you don't shoot, you don't score. So listen, he might miss a few chances, but at least he's shooting. And
This
right
is
now, I
annoying.
see a lot of my teams, they're shooting shy. You know what I'm saying to you? And someone like
Don't get
someone like
it
Semenyo,
You know.
at least, you know what I mean?
Yup.
At least you're gonna put some fear in the defender. You know what I'm saying to you? Look, he might hit 3 or 4 that might go miss, but you know that one of them might go in. So you've got to defend him effectively. So that's what I feel like with Semenyo. So listen, it could work out amazing. Pep could change his mind, but now.
Can I just
I'm
raise a
gonna say-
point for clarification? Are we talking about him like he's a marquee signing or just a normal signing?
Yes, that's basically what I was asking indirectly. Like, are we
65
saying
million
is
is-
this
is
a
65
marquee
million?
signing for City?
I would say it's.
I think it's an
65 million?
I think it's an impact signing.
I think it's a
It's
squad
signing that
signing.
they
I think it's a squad signing.
I mean, I don't necessarily
know.
disagree with you, but for the price, that's what we should be.
This
Here's
is
the
true
problem.
from Joey.
Here's
Yeah.
the problem with City, bro. We don't get to talk about them in the same manner of every other team because they've won for so many years. But when they spend money and it doesn't work out, nobody speaks a word. Okay, that's the reality. Nobody speaks a word. Like they just spent money on Tajani Reinders. He's sitting on the bench most games. Like they spent money on all these attackers. Now Marmoush is on the block.
Marmoush, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
What?
Like I like that. Nobody has this conversation about that. But in reality, like Wolfie, if someone spent 65 million on a player, if any of the other top teams spent 65 million on the top player, it can be.
I hear you, Joey. I think the answer to that is no one really cares that much about City.
That's the reality.
Do you know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying this disrespectfully. Like in real life, I don't know any City fans. None of my mates are City fans. If City win the league, for me, it's better than say Man U winning the league because it's not gonna offend me. Do you know what I mean?
That's the truth.
And I think that's the same. Like if Man U sign a dud signing, I'm all over it. If City sign a dud signing, I'm not really that bothered. Do you know what I mean? It's like and then we just have to say 115. If you do bump into the City fans, say 115
anymore, really. Because at this point they've gotten away with it. Like at this point, it's like they've gotten away with it. Like they're not. City don't deserve any of the hate either. Like because they win, they can get away with it, and that's fine.
Yeah.
But that the reality of the conversation, right, is this a marquee signing? At 65 million at any other club, you're saying pretty much, yeah.
And that's the thing, Joey. For me, it's the price tag of a marquee signing, but I don't rate Semenyo highly enough to look at him as a marquee signing. I'm a little bit stuck in the middle because it's like, brother, like Semenyo's a good player, but he ain't that guy. Basically,
how much was Mbeumo?
Mbeumo 60, wasn't it? 70?
I can't remember.
Right
But
about the same amount
I
of
don't
money,
think.
Right
I
about
don't
the same amount of money, you would say, right about.
Yeah, but the marquee
Yeah.
signing and the money, I
right?
think you guys are conflating two things. For example, I would say Gyökeres in the summer was a marquee signing. What was he, about 55?
Yeah.
Something like that. That's not
Yeah.
big money.
55? Where do you? Whoa.
No, it was 65, but anyways.
Okay, 65. Okay,
65.
but
Yeah.
for a striker,
But it was a marquee signing. I agree.
yeah,
I
but
agree.
for a
Gyökeres
striker,
is
that's
supposed
not
to be
big
a
money, man. He went for what, 10 million more than Elanga went. That's not my.
Yeah,
Elanga
but
wasn't a
that's
marquee.
the
player.
break line.
No, I'm saying there's names that are
That
marquee
break line.
signings. Price tags, getting bogged down in price tags isn't really a thing. If Wirtz had gone to Liverpool for 80 million, he was still a marquee signing. It didn't matter
that's
about the
Yeah,
price
but
tag.
you want to know the difference? Everyone rated Wirtz before this move, basically.
That's my point. That's my point. If Wirtz
Does
went to
everyone rate
Liverpool,
Semenyo the same way? The answer is no.
Exactly my
But-
point. The marquee
here's the
comes
thing,
from the player,
Wolfie.
not the price
Here's the
tag.
thing.
Price tags are
Wolfie,
defined by clubs.
I didn't rate Gyökeres before this, and like you considered him a marquee signing because I didn't rate the league he was coming from.
No,
So,
you're
like-
saying you didn't consider him, but Gyökeres was a marquee signing because so many big clubs were looking at him, for example. Yeah, and he'd
All
scored
right,
goals.
all right.
And he'd
Let's
scored-
move on.
Let me put it, Joey. Let me put it.
But then
like
wait,
this
so
to you.
many big clubs are looking at Semenyo now, right? Chelsea,
Okay,
United,
but let
City.
me put it like this. Let's say Declan Rice, his contract is up in the summer, and he doesn't sign a new contract, and he goes
the
to
whole
Real
world will come
Madrid.
after him.
Yeah, but he goes to Real Madrid for free. Is he not a marquee signing because he's gone on a free?
He is.
He is.
Of course he's a
Exactly. So the marquee signing
Mbappe
isn't
was a
about the
marquee
price
signing,
tag.
and Mbappe went for
Yeah,
free.
because Mbappe was free. I literally just said
Exactly.
Was it free though?
Mbappe was free.
Yeah, free. Do people know how much?
Yeah,
they
but it
put
was
in?
free as in without the transfer. But what made Mbappe a marquee signing wasn't the bonus they were paying to him and the
Yeah,
signing
but
bonus. It was
there's
the
two
name.
parts to it. I don't like this because like the free side of this and the 1 year left side of this is circumstantial. That's the only thing is circumstantial. Outside of that, we speak about marquee signings based off of price tag majority of the time.
I disagree.
Like
Haaland. Someone said Haaland. Was Haaland a marquee signing price?
Think about it this way: would you consider Turkey a marquee signing?
By the way,
Yeah.
speaking of Haaland, at the time, let's not change the energy now, and it's a credit to Haaland himself and Pep. At the time, many people said Haaland will flop, Haaland might not succeed. Let's not act like like everyone was saying Haaland is going to
Agreed.
be mad.
How is that relevant to it, whether he was a marquee signing or not? He was still considered a marquee signing.
Because me and Wolfie, I think, agree to an extent in terms of like for a player to be a marquee signing, to an element, he needs to be rated by like 90% of the footballing world at least.
Yeah, which
Yeah.
Haaland was. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
no,
that's fair. I won't
wouldn't say
consider.
so.
Well, I
Yeah,
won't consider
Haaland
Semenyo a
was.
marquee signing. That's fine. We can move on.
Yeah, I
Okay,
get what you're
speaking
saying,
of moving
Joey,
on,
but-
I do want to move on, talk about the Arsenal Chelsea Carabao Cup semi because Arsenal won yesterday. So I want to unpack that a little bit. Big up to Mantis, says Merry Christmas to everyone on the panel, especially Wolfie. Thanks for the laughs, bro. Wow, Mantis, you motherfucker. You spend the whole year with me and you say specially to Wolfie, Mantis. I hope
Habibi
Egypt
Mantis.
laughed
But
off
you
at
don't
me.
It means
celebrate
Wolfie,
Man
it means
who-
Wolfie was a marquee
But
signing
you don't
to
celebrate
Manchester. You were
Christmas.
not.
Marquee, man. Marquee. Exactly.
Neither does
Wolfie,
just with-
Wolfie,
Was Andy
Wolfie
Carroll a
begged to join
marquee
the channel.
signing? Was
He
Andy
showed me
Carroll?
the willingness and we did it.
Yeah.
Big up to Mito, says made my first OK jersey order. The range of available jerseys is insane. Appreciate you. I hope you use the code Hussam. And actually, there's also winter edition clothing that I've gotten exclusive for everyone else. There's jackets, there's windbreakers, there's hoodies. I got my Liverpool hoodie. I'm gonna wear it tomorrow for you guys. Inshallah, remind me. You get me. So there's a whole lot of new stuff for you guys. So go check out that section. There is a jacket and a hoodie and a windbreaker section. Go check it out. I know it's the winter right now. I can't lie to you. My Liverpool hoodie. Actually, let me just show it to you guys. 1 second. It's right here.
This is so exciting.
I'm just not cold enough to wear it right now. I'm sure I'll wear it in January when it's freezing. I got my Liverpool hoodie. Tell me this don't look cold. Come on, man. Come
I
on,
don't know
man.
why he had to turn off the
Liverpool
camera.
hoodie right here.
Yeah, I didn't know. Yeah, I was the part
Oh.
that I didn't understand.
Yes, we go over there and use code Hussam for 8% off. Anyway, moving on.
For how much?
Arsenal Chelsea. Make sure you guys are liking, subscribing, by the way. How many likes are we on? How do you have 600 people in here? And we're not even at 200 likes yet. Please close the live chat and hit the like button right here, right now. So, Arsenal, we're not even at 100 likes. Oh my God, likes up. Arsenal Chelsea. I want to speak about Arsenal and the Chelsea Carabao Cup semi-final. I don't know who Wolf is rooting for, but let me put Ashraf, my brother, next to me for this special occasion. Yeah.
What, to win the Carabao Cup?
لا حبيبي, just to stop Chelsea winning.
He's gonna say Newcastle.
No, I'm going to say
Stop
Man
Chelsea
City
winning,
because
yeah.
I don't care about Man
Yeah.
City, bro.
Anyway, what did you?
I'm not bothered.
Let's start with. Actually, let's not give Ashraf the mic. Let's give Kojo the mic. You start us off. Did you watch the Palace game yesterday, and what did you make of Arsenal?
I actually didn't get to watch the Palace game. I watched the highlights, which again don't ever really tell you the full story of a situation. So when I watched the highlights, I'll be honest with you. You know what? I always say this: shout out to Arsenal, because I always say like the older Arsenal, this could have been a capitulation. You know what I mean? Like that. Once that goal went in, I was like, you know what? This could be it. This could be that moment. But a shout out to them. Even though you win a game on penalties, you know, it's a win at the end of the day, and it builds up your character and it builds a team up. So I'm never mad at it. You know what I mean? They did what they had to do. But as for me, in terms of this game between Chelsea and Arsenal, I'm gonna stake my claim real quick and just say, listen, I expect us to whoop Arsenal's butt. I expect us to beat them. I'll tell you why I expect us to beat them. Okay, I don't think this is Arsenal's main aim. Personally, I don't think the Carabao Cup is their main aim. And because of that, I think we can sneak in, give them a quick little 2-0 beating, and let us be out of there. You know what I mean? I think Arsenal got better sights elsewhere. Their mind is going to be elsewhere, and I think their focus is not on Carabao Cup. It's a good win to win the Carabao Cup, but I just don't think their minds on that. They're in a title race right now. There is somebody breathing on their ass, pause, okay, who has won titles for fun with bigger gaps. You know what I'm saying to you? So the Carabao Cup is not where you're aiming for right now. The league is the must win. Even if you don't win the Champions League, you don't win the FA Cup. If they win the league, that's the most successful situation they have. I believe that, you know, I'm sure they'll probably play their strongest team, but I believe for them, the mindset is league over everything. And because of that, I feel like Reece James has another amazing game, and we beat them just 2-0. You know, and they go home,
can we get 2 clarification points? So, firstly, why were you expecting Arsenal to collapse after the goal went in, just out of interest?
I'm saying previous seasons, because it's often been a mindset issue for Arsenal. Not necessarily they're not capable. It's a mindset issue.
Well, you know, Palace scored like pretty much with the last kick of the game. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I said. It's a mindset issue. So if they
you said you were expecting them to collapse after that. What, a 30-second
mindset?
Collapse?
No, mindset as in losing the game. So you can still lose a game right after. When you go into penalties, you can still lose a game. Right?
He means penalties he thought will crumble.
Okay, the penalties.
Yeah, because penalties also is technical, but it's a mindset issue. Yeah.
But by the way, both teams' penalties yesterday were sublime.
Well, fantastic.
Yeah, all the keepers were shit.
Yeah, but what is Kepa went right every single penalty.
Bro, Kepa went the wrong way every single time.
No, he went right. He just went right. He didn't go
you know what, Joey?
Right, bro.
No. There was 1 or 2 times when he went left.
Yeah,
he alternated and he still missed. Like he just didn't pick the right side.
I'll tell you what.
How does someone get that?
Bro, the last 3 he went right every single time.
Last 3, yes, but the one before that,
the normal 5 he alternated. I'll tell you what, and I do this with my under 15s when we're in cup matches. I tell the keeper to dive the same way every single time, because at some point someone's gonna go that way, man. I don't know why not all keepers do it. Eventually, not all 5. Either you're either gonna look heroic and you're gonna save all 5 if they all go that way, or you're gonna look like an idiot because everyone goes the other way. But why don't
you know who did that? Who did that once? I remember the penalty shootout with Chelsea. Not Kepa. Ya Allah, شو اسمه الثاني? The other guy.
No, the Hollandian.
No. The penalty kick against
the
Arsenal.
Argentinian.
No, the one against Arsenal. Unai Emery. When Unai Emery was the manager, Carabao Cup, every Liverpool player shot it to the left. Every single Liverpool player.
It's so rare.
Liverpool, not Chelsea. Yeah,
Liverpool, Arsenal. Liverpool, Arsenal, Anfield.
Wait, what?
Yeah, the 5-5.
Every single
The
one
5-5.
shot it to the left.
But can I ask you my second point? Just for a point of clarification.
Yeah.
If you draw 1-1, will Chelsea fans think they went through when the full-time whistle goes? I know like, there's going to be penalties.
If we go 1-1 and then what? We win on penalties.
No. Before we get to the penalties,
Kojo, it's 2 legs. Kojo, it's 2 legs.
Yeah. So.
It's home and away. The first game is at the bridge.
Kojo, he's taking the piss because of you guys pretended you won the game after the 1-1, basically.
No, but wait. Before Wolfie took the piss, wallahi, when Kojo said little 2-0, I immediately knew that he thought it was just 1 leg. Because I was going to tell you. Yeah, exactly. The first leg is at the bridge. The second leg is at the Emirates. So, what are you thinking now, Kojo?
2-1.
Hey, give them a goal. Fair enough.
Nah, look, I mean, for me, listen.
Hey, Mo should join. Come on, Mo, drop in.
Over two legs, I think Chelsea win. You know what I mean? I get flashbacks of when we beat you in the Champions League by Wayne Bridge. But I think we
that was ages ago. We played each other a couple of times after.
I know, but I remember that one because
the last 2 times we played you in cups, we won.
Wayne Bridge. That's like 20 years ago, man.
That one was special. You know what I'm saying to you? You know, what I mean, that was very special. That one.
Can I speak?
But yeah,
is it my turn?
What I'm saying to you in a sense, right, is like I'm not saying Arsenal are an amazing team, and I'm expecting them to go all the way with the league this year. You know what I'm saying to you? I believe that when we're playing Arsenal, there's something about us as Chelsea that seems to raise our game for Arsenal. You know what I'm saying to you? It will be a battle. I'm not going to say like we're going to steamroll them, anything like that. No, but I do definitely believe we can beat Arsenal. I think we're more than
capable in the Europa League.
They
We
did.
did.
They
We-
beat us
we-
in the Europa
we-
League in
yeah.
2019.
Yeah.
Was that before Nilla? Was that the 4-0?
4-1.
4-1.
Don't
Oh.
disrespect
Mm.
Alex Iwobi banger that game.
Yeah, it was a banger.
Alex Iwobi scored the best goal of the time.
I
Joey,
just
now
want
it's
to
your
make
turn,
sure.
Joey.
I just want to make sure that I'm very clear. I do not want to answer for any of his crimes. So whatever he said is his words. Okay, so that's first. I'm gonna just clear that.
I still think Chelsea can win the league. That's
I'm
not
very-
bad.
You've been doing this long enough. No, don't worry about
no,
that.
I don't care. Wolfie.
Don't worry like that, Joey.
Allah, that's khalas. I'm not doing this no more. I'm telling you right now. You think I'm gonna do these streams and answer for everybody's crimes? I'll just leave. I'll go do something else. I
I have to answer for
I'm
all
gonna
five
answer
times,
for
bro.
everyone's crime.
Wolfie, you don't
like-
have to answer to any Forest fan crimes because we don't know Forest fans.
Yeah, who else are we gonna? Somebody-
Yeah, you
No,
don't
no,
know.
no. AI is crazy these
Wolfie
days, man.
came
AI is
off-
crazy.
Answer
man.
for people's
When
crimes.
Joey said that, Wolfie came off mute and said, I have to answer for Forest fan crimes. Who?
Bruh,
Name the
your
Forest fan.
opinions are the opinions of Forest fans because that's
you
what
are
we're
a
like.
Forest fan.
Bro, they
What
don't
you
want
on
my
about?
opinions in the Forest fan base.
I'm just in this game. This tie is. Thing is, I believe in Chelsea to be able to beat anybody in a tie. Okay, so it's not necessarily that I don't think we were gonna win. All right, I just think that like at the Emirates, we're just not that good. So I think we have to make sure that we get 2 at the bridge for us to be able to do it at the Emirates. Because my thing with Arsenal right now is until their attack starts really putting the ball away, like they're not going to be who they want to be. Okay, so like I can't go into these games. They want to continue to miss chances the way that they're missing chances. And if they're going to bring Nani Madueke and everybody else in for this game against us, I don't think we put in a weak team for that game. Like just from the Chelsea point of view, for those 2 games, I don't think we put in a weak team. So that's the battle that you guys have compared to us. Is I think we'll probably go strong for those games, but I just don't think it's going to be easy, especially at
What's
the Emirates.
Arsenal's schedule?
Like I think the way it would go is like we would have to win at the bridge and draw at the Emirates. Like that's how it would have to go.
Kojo
If
just
you
said
drew
that-
at the bridge, are you saying
When does that game take place?
Yeah, if we draw at the bridge, it's gonna be long, Wolfie. It's gonna be
That's
long.
unbelievable. When
So Arsenal- when
I
is this
think
game?
it's a fair assessment. I think it's
We,
fair.
it's the January
January
14th,
14th is
and then the
the first
second
That's
leg
the
is
FA Cup. That's
Second
the
leg
FA
is February 3rd. So
Feb.
January
3rd.
14th
Yeah.
is you got I'll do the 3 games basically. So you got
Go strong, Arsenal. Go strong for this
so
Chelsea.
you got
game.
Arsenal, Liverpool in the league, and then Portsmouth, Arsenal in the FA Cup, and then Chelsea, Arsenal in the Carabao Cup, and then Forest away, and then Inter away. Damn, that's a tough 5 games. Fucking yeah.
Inter away honestly doesn't matter because I think even if we lose that game, we probably will finish top of the Champions League. So I don't think he goes.
Okay, so let's
that
look at
Inter
Chelsea
is
and
shit.
Liverpool.
Let's be real.
Let's
Like,
do
Inter
now
are
an
not that
opposite
great.
because Chelsea don't have that luxury. They might need to win the last game. So Chelsea got Fulham away, Charlton away, and then they got the Arsenal game. Then they got Brentford at home, and then they got Paphos at home. So way easier fixtures around.
Oh yeah, it's a much easier run.
Like I told you, I knew that. I actually knew that. So like the way that's gonna go
Wait,
is like,
hold on.
I
We need to
know
look
we'll
at the
go
second
strong.
leg. We need to look at the second leg. Arsenal got Leeds.
Yeah, second leg time.
after that, and then Sunderland
Second
after.
leg, Chelsea also have easy fixtures. So they play Napoli and West Ham before, and then after that they got Wolves and Leeds.
Napoli isn't easy. What do you want about? And it's away from home as well for them.
Compared to
But that's a
Arsenal,
week
right?
away, Habib.
Hoyland, man.
That's a week
Hoyland,
away. That would be a
man.
week difference.
Yeah, week away. I'm saying
Napoli
compared to Arsenal,
between
they're
Arsenal.
easier.
Yeah, there's a 3-day
They're
gap
in
between
between.
Arsenal playing
So-
Chelsea and
Yeah,
Arsenal
you see
playing
what I'm
Forest.
saying? So like I said, like I said, there's more of a chance we go strong for these Arsenal games compared to where Arsenal potentially doesn't go strong. And
But by the way,
that difference could be. And
I definitely
is
think
Gabriel
he
back
goes,
soon? Is Gabriel back soon?
he'll be back this month, so he actually might be back for those games. Yeah.
Good.
I
don't want
I think he definitely goes strong these games. He did it last season against Newcastle. We had the same schedule. We had United in the FA Cup, which was a much harder game, which we got knocked out of, unfortunately. And he still played outside one player, he played the entire starting 11 that was available at the time. So
Yeah, but you
he
were,
did that
where were
over
you in the league at this stage, points
Yeah,
wise?
it was a little bit different.
we were like
Circumstance.
7 points behind.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
But
A little bit
obviously
different.
it wasn't dead, right? Because it's January. You still thought you could catch up, right? So it's not like they gave up on the league at the time. But my point is, he went full strength. I think because it's Chelsea, he will do the same. I think if it was like a Cardiff that knocked out Chelsea, I think yes, he probably the first leg would have gone with something similar to yesterday. But I think because it's Chelsea, he is gonna go full strength both games.
Okay,
Maybe
fair
just
enough.
minus Kepa. I think he will maintain Kepa for the League Cup too.
Yeah, go full strength, bro. I
And that's
think you
not
should.
cool.
I think he will, and if he does that, I actually
He's
think
gonna
he'll
go
probably
full
do
strength
good.
against you too, Wolfie. Like he's not gonna change it.
Yeah, we are gonna go
They'll
full
be
strength
more
against
tired,
Forest
bro.
as well, obviously.
Fair enough.
And that's why we have
Maybe.
to pay attention to what's happening around obviously the games around it. Because again, it's mental fatigue over everything. It's not necessarily about.
Yeah,
I think Arsenal going to for their best team. I don't think they're not. I'm just saying that it depends on what the run of results are happening. You know what I mean? To see where Arsenal's mind is going to end up being at the time that we end up playing those two legs over that time. If things are going really well for Arsenal and it's flowing, then you know what? Shoot, we got to recalculate what's going on. One or two results where it's a little bit sticky, not even a loss, maybe even a draw where it makes things a little bit more sticky, or Man City now leapfrog you. You know what I'm saying? I still think Arsenal going to win the league, but I'm saying if they leapfrog you, does that put pressure on them to now start playing? Do you know what I mean? So all that kind of pressure changes.
We don't know what the injuries will look like until then too.
And boys,
of course.
fixtures, man.
That's
You
kinda
got
just
some
the nature of
stinkers
it.
coming up. You got Brighton, Villa, Bournemouth. I mean, this year, and then you got Liverpool, and then you got the cup matches.
Yeah,
and
but then
Forest.
Villa, Brighton, and Liverpool all are at the Emirates.
Yeah, Villa. We play Villa right
There's
before.
tough
We
fixtures,
play
bro.
Villa this week, and then they play Villa next week. That's how that Villa got two big games back to back.
Now I'm just saying that's Arsenal's next fixtures in the Premier League. So I think what you're saying is right. Their mentality going into it could actually shift.
But Chelsea's fixtures are also quite because I'm assuming
Forget
you're comparing
Chelsea,
it to Chelsea.
man. I'm talking about your mentality in terms of the importance of the Carabao Cup. Could change by the time you get there.
But
It
that's
could
what I'm
change.
saying. I don't think it'll matter, Wolfie, because we lost to United and got knocked out, and he still feel that a strong team against Newcastle. I don't think for me because he's playing against Chelsea. No matter where we are in the league. He believes in momentum. That's why in the Champions League as well, when people are telling him rest your main players against Bayern, blah blah, he didn't do that. He rested one or two, which is what he does every game. But he still started the rest of the main team. I think he doesn't like losing those big games, which is why he will go strong at it. And if we get a draw that first game at Chelsea, I don't see any way of them going through because I don't think they beat us at the Emirates.
No, I agree
right? I think
with
I agree with
what I
Gojo. If they
said.
beat us at at the bridge, I think they can come play defensive in the second game and hit us on the counter. They'll be very dangerous then, but they have to win that first game. And for us, we just have to make sure we avoid defeat.
I see us beating you at the Emirates too. I can't even lie to you. Listen,
oh my
football is
God,
a
you
funny
need
thing.
to stop smoking whatever
if it
you're
was league,
smoking.
no, wait.
Basketball.
If it was league, you see, you have to understand that when it gets to cup games, the beauty of a cup game is the fact it's a cup game. Mentality shift when it's a cup game because we know it's not a league situation, right? So if it had been league, I would agree with you and say, you know what, we might scrape with a draw in there. I still believe my team would win, but we'll scrape with a draw out there. But I honestly think like we can go to the Emirates on a cup game and beat you because it's a cup game.
I don't remember. I don't know the last time you did that. I don't know. I doubt it because I just feel
there's always a chance.
the players.
Wait, weren't you at the Emirates yesterday?
Yeah, 100%.
Were you at the Emirates yesterday or were you at Palace yesterday?
Yeah. We were at the Emirates yesterday. Yeah.
Like, it's a cup game. You know what I'm saying? Things are just random, bro. Like, it's just those.
Yeah, but I don't think he starts that team, Joey. I don't think he starts that team.
Right.
Against Palace.
Here's the thing. Is like here's the thing though. Like, I don't want to like discredit for you guys because the way that you guys play, like defensively, is fantastic. Like, you guys have a great defensive structure. But like in a one-off game, if it's say we do draw and we go into the Emirates and it's a one-off game, I don't think you don't walk into that game thinking it's over.
No, of course not. But I'm saying the probability of
the
us.
Point that I was just gonna try to make because like
I just the probability of us winning that game, though, I would say it's like 80-90%. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm looking at this from a different perspective. I need Arsenal, man. I need Arsenal. I work with Lewis. I work with Chelsea fans. I do not need Chelsea with another trophy. It's gonna give us the
Oh,
biggest.
come on, bro.
headache.
It's the Carabao
there's-
Cup, man. Even I've got
There's
4
still
of
Man
them.
City in the final. Yeah.
I hope we can
Come
win
on,
it.
bro. It's the
I would
Carabao
like to
Cup.
win the Carabao Cup.
What did Lewis?
Oh,
not
by the way,
show
let me
up,
say this. Actually,
Conference
I don't
League?
rate the Carabao Cup either. It's just because it's Chelsea. I want us to win. I
Yes.
genuinely
Yeah,
don't give a
can
shit.
I
about
And then
ask
when
you
you
a
get
I
to
don't
the
rate it
final,
highly.
it's Wembley, you want
I
to
wanna
win.
win.
It's as simple as
I,
that.
w- I
So
as a
for me,
Chelsea,
listen, I can't see. I
Win.
don't want. I
Anytime
do not-
Chelsea's here, I want to win. And
Yeah.
we're in that like quarterfinal,
Any cup.
semifinal range. I want it. That's just
Listen, the
Mouse
4
Cup,
remaining
Intertoto
teams.
Cup.
The best case scenario
wanna
for
know.
me would be Newcastle winning. The second best case scenario would be Arsenal winning. Third best scenario would be City winning, and fourth best scenario would be Chelsea winning. For me, worst scenario.
Newcastle
possible.
back to back. Yeah,
I
potential.
can see
Yeah,
Chelsea
I would
winning
love
this,
to
I
see
can't lie.
Newcastle knock out City so we could see Newcastle.
Yeah, but can I ask a question? Why
Joey, trust me, it ain't easy. Based
why
on
are
experience.
Chelsea fans
Claro,
spinning
because I don't
this?
want to deal.
It's not easy, brother.
But
But why are Chelsea fans spinning this narrative of we're a great cup team? Like your cup record was pretty shit last year.
They
Oh,
have
might
they
be,
they have
but-
been a
but
good
hey,
team
well,
for
you
the
pick
last
one
10
year.
years.
up.
You pick
He's
one
up.
year and you decide to ignore.
No, because
exactly.
I'll tell you why I pick one year because
you just pick
this is the narrative that's been spun. Obviously not by you, Joey. I'm not saying you, Joey. My brother, Joey. Yeah, I'm saying if you notice that this season, a lot of Chelsea, because they all get this email every week, on apart from Joey, about the updates on what they should be saying and everything. At the start of the season, it's true. It doesn't matter who's in that Chelsea team.
That is true.
Email
Well,
too as well.
that feels like it's true. I swear.
I am not on the email chain.
I know, Joey. You're not on the mailing list, bro.
So are you saying Kojo's on the email crew? Be honest.
He's like front and center in that list. Yeah.
What the said?
I probably am.
Damn,
Let me land my point, right? Let me land my point.
I personally don't mind. I like a cup. Well, I told you,
He's
Intertoto.
not denying the email.
Hey,
can
how
be
much
Coca-Cola,
money football
it can
paid
be-
you, brother? How
It
much?
can be
Tell us.
Conference League. I want, so long as we're in something, I want to win it.
I'm at the yellow
Because
just called
it's
my
about-
life.
but
it's
my
about
point
building
is-
mentality.
My point is, why is it this summer the PR spin from the mail shots came out to say that everyone pushed the narrative that Chelsea are a cup team? Is it because you're too shit to win the league? And then if you are getting this PR spin, you were shit in the cups last season. You went out in October to Newcastle. You then lost to Brighton in the FA Cup. You're gonna tell me what Conference League? Bro, my under 15s team wins that Conference League. You're gonna tell me Club World Cup, a fucking international friendly. So why is this narrative being pushed? Because I accept traditionally Chelsea do well in the cup, but I'm talking under Maresca now because you lot talk about this new era. The fuck have you won? A
Listen,
fucking
first and
Carabao,
foremost,
a
lower your
Conference League.
Kojo, you were obviously
Chelsea
on the email,
lower
so
the
you can
tone.
answer that, bro. Like,
He did. He a little bit too hyped, being a Forest fan, to be talking about anything. But listen,
Welcome to
when
the
you
Wolf
approach this
experience,
conversation, a little
Mike,
respect for the Chelsea boys.
It's the
But
Wolf
no, all jokes
experience.
aside, though, it's a good question to ask, right? So look, for me personally, right, I call it the new era because Roman Abramovich is no longer here, right? Under this new establishment, I want to win everything. Do you know how base it is for us to say as Chelsea fans, we've won all 3 tiers of European Cups? Can any of you on here say that?
That's not that. Wait, that's not a flex. Don't
Hold
do
on,
that.
hold
That's
on,
not
hold
a
on,
flex.
hold on, hold on,
That's
hold on.
embarrassing, actually.
Remember what I
It
said
doesn't-
earlier.
Hey, I said for me personally.
Yeah, by the way, that was the
Yes,
header of the email.
Kojo, I got
He
a
was the
Ferrari,
top one.
I got a Ferrari, I got a Toyota, and I also have a bicycle.
Yes,
Don't
and
disrespect my
can you win in
bicycle
all
like
3? If you were competing, could you win in all 3? We can. We won all 3. So my thing is, I don't care if it's Intertoto. I don't care if it's Conference. I don't care if it's a what's the middle one? I don't know, UEFA. I don't care if it's Champions League. I want to win. When I'm supporting my team and win any of the cups, I want to win, and we have won all the cups we've won. So for
And
me,
you won all the domestic cups.
Yeah,
have we not won all the domestic cups?
Have you won the St. John Paints Trophy?
I think so.
Are we in that one?
Don't do that, Wolfie.
No, but this is the fucking level
but-
of the
but are we in that
stupidity of the Chelsea conversation, man.
No.
You know
No.
what
So
you
couple of
said?
things. Kojo, for
You
starters.
never talk about the St. John's Paint Trophy
It's
or
dumb.
the fucking milk cup from yesterday.
I mean,
If we were-
the one thing
Kojo,
you can't say though,
if we
just in
were,
the
I'd
final
want to win
year
that
before
too.
that, two
See,
finals the year
if we
before
were, I'd still want to win that
And
cup.
this is
too.
why I don't want
And-
Chelsea winning this
No,
cup.
wait. It's a couple of things.
Come on,
Couple of
Arsenal.
things.
Come on, Arsenal. Come on, let's do
Get
this.
me.
Couple of things. Kojo, for starters. it's all and I know it's not just you. A lot of Chelsea fans say like, "Oh, we have won everything." Honestly, celebrating you can celebrate the Conference League when you're in it. I 100% agree. If you're in it, you have to win it. I agree. But to say we have done everything and you haven't, I don't think that's a flex, because to win the Conference League, you have to be absolute garbage the season before that. So I definitely never ever want to win the Conference League, because I don't want to be in it. Secondly, you haven't answered Wolfie's question. Wolfie's question was, why are you guys considered a cup team? Is it because you won the Conference League and the Club World Cup? Because in the other cups, you haven't done anything. You have got knocked out early. The season before, yes, you reached 2 finals, I think, and you lost both. Or you reached a semi-final and a final, and you lost. The season before that, you reached, I think, 1 or 2 finals. Maybe 2023. I don't think you reached any finals, actually. So why are you a cup team when you haven't
but make sure you're talking post
won any
Abramovich,
cups outside those two? Okay, fine. Post Abramovich, they have won 2 cups, which was last season, the Conference and the Club World Cup.
But you haven't done well in the Club World Cup does not count as they've won 2 trophies thing, man. Then fucking Spurs can flex an Audi Cup. Like, let's be real here.
Trophies that you can't be competing in, so you can't actually open your mouth.
You don't have the luxury. Give it up, bro. Give it up. Give it up.
I can't compete,
shit, bro. Like, honestly, it's a competition we were in. When the competition was going, people respected it. Now that we won it, nobody respects it.
I do think the Club World Cup win was impressive. I'm not
the
gonna
Club
lie.
World
Like,
Because they
that's
beat
the
PSG,
ball
I think it
bro.
was impressive.
We don't have to do
Even
it.
if FPG are not
We
in
don't
it.
actually have to
Okay,
do
can we
it.
get back to the question? Can we get back to the question?
Point without what you said. That's all I'm saying.
Okay,
Like,
can we
I
get back to the
respect the Club
question?
World Cup. I respect the Club World Cup. I don't respect the Conference League. Sorry.
No, but I actually want to go back to Wolfie's question, because that is a good question.
Please,
Why is
they haven't
Chelsea
answered it yet.
considered? Yeah, why is Chelsea considered a cup team when there's no evidence of that?
Well, there is evidence. The trophy cabinet.
In this era.
No,
Oh,
in the post Abramovich era, because you said it's post Abramovich. So
Well, I don't know. I don't
Abramovich
know.
era,
I
they
don't know
haven't
why
even won
consider it to be a
anything
cup
worthy
team,
of
but
mention.
I guess obviously people are looking at maybe some of the performances they've had. I don't know, but I don't call them necessarily a cup team. I've never said that. You know what I'm saying to you, but they can.
fair.
I
Okay,
can
you're not
see-
part of that. Okay.
I can see why
I can
maybe
answer
some people
this
say it.
question.
They're looking at those particular trophies, a conference and the Club World Cup, and maybe they've seen that the performances, right? Now, whether you like conference or not is actually irrelevant. They decided to play
very
it, and
relevant.
they were in it and they won it. They were in the Club World Cup, they played it and they won it. So some people, I can see why they might say they're a cup winning team, because yes, rightly so. We've not been in the league for the last 3 years, so last 3 or 4 years. So I can see why someone might say we're a bit of a cup team. Do you get me? My thing is I don't need to belittle cups that we are either national or global, if you want to call it that. I don't need to belittle it just to make yourself feel better.
No, but it's
You know
not
what I'm saying?
belittling. Forget the belittling part. That I think that part was a lot of banter and stuff. Obviously, so let's leave that aside. I'm saying you winning the Club World Cup alone for me does not mean you're a cup team, because then I have to look at the other cups you played in and you didn't perform well in them at all. So
let's talk about the performances, right? In the performance standpoint, we are a cup team, because in a one-off game, there's not there's a lot of teams that feel like they can beat us. Barcelona's, PSG's, and we show up and we show our quality in full form. So in the one-off game, that's why we could, if you want to consider us a cup team, in a one-off game, this team has the capability of being able to show up. That's why we can consider it. That's why we consider it a cup team.
No, but Joe, we're talking about this new era.
Let me finish, Wolfie.
Because
it doesn't necessarily we don't necessarily provide the consistency to be good enough in a league format. But in a cup format, we feel like we're more than capable of being able to win anything.
But that's not true either, right, Joey? That's factually incorrect, though, right?
If you feel like it's correct or not, that's how most Chelsea fans feel about their football team. I'm just giving.
Yeah, I know, but I'm debating because I'm saying, you know how, and I know you didn't do it on purpose, Joey, but a lot of Chelsea fans do this on purpose, where they'll say, PSG and Barcelona thought they could shut us up, but they don't mention Bayern, for example. They don't mention.
I don't think we played that badly against.
They don't mention Newcastle.
Wait.
Really?
I don't think we played that badly against Bayern. It was just moments that we lost that game in. We played pretty well in that game overall.
Like, but Joey, a one-off game is about moments. Joey, you can't spin a narrative of we can beat anyone in a one-off and then say, oh, but we got beaten because of one-off moments. That's the whole narrative.
How does that happen?
Atalanta is a good example, no? Atalanta is a good example as well.
Great, that's fine, but how does that make sense? Like one-off games, what does a one-off actually mean, Wolfie? What is the word? What does that term actually mean?
It's a game.
Okay,
that's
wait.
not gonna be
So
repeated.
let me ask you guys
It
this.
can
Let me
go
ask-
either way, right? It's a one-off
one-off
game.
game means it's a game
Wait,
that's
so
not
is,
going to be
is
repeated.
Newcastle,
Moment type game.
guys?
Like this, so you have to
Joey, do you consider
have to win
Newcastle a cup
every
team?
moment for you to be a cup team? Every
Okay, so
moment
do you
you have to
consider-
win for you to be a
Do you
cup team?
consider Newcastle a cup team?
Yes.
Why? Because they've reached the final. Okay, fine. So it's the same logic. Okay, then that part I don't mind. But if people are, because for me, I look at Newcastle and Chelsea and I'm like, Newcastle have probably done as much, if not more, in the cups over the last 2-3 years than Chelsea
But
have.
they're a cup team in the same fashion.
Yeah, fair,
In
fair,
any type of game,
fair.
in a one-off circumstance, in a tie circumstance,
and
they
beat
can
someone.
compete and they can win.
Yeah, that logic is consistent. So
It
I don't
doesn't.
mind that. I disagree, by the way, that these teams are cup
fine.
teams,
You
but
can
but at
disagree
least the
with it.
logic is consistent, so it's fine.
Here's the bottom line. The reason Chelsea content creators, minus Joey, have pushed this narrative from the start of the season is because they have small dick syndrome. Because they know deep down inside that they cannot win this league title and they want to remain relevant. So they've pushed this narrative that we're a cup team where they haven't won a domestic cup under the new ownership, the new era shit that's been going on. And they're trying to push this narrative based on a fucking conference league and a friendly. That's the bottom line.
I'm not
The
even
right
agree.
people
Okay,
to
let
the
me-
right
let
people
me-
to read
Tournament
realistic are
will
not
be
here.
guys.
I won't fully disagree. with
Chelsea-
you.
Guys,
Chelsea-
I'll just say something on this. Look, and after this, please. I just want to do supers and move on to Liverpool. I'll say this.
Nobody wants
Look.
to talk about Liverpool, bro.
I do.
Sorry. I'm
Why
so
would anyone
sorry.
want to talk
That
about
was
this
disrespectful.
irrelevant club,
I'm
bro?
so
yeah?
sorry.
Nah, I want
Sorry,
to talk
Don.
about
Go ahead.
Liverpool. I enjoy talking about Liverpool.
You know,
Continue.
earlier on we said I don't even ever want to be in the Conference League. I agree with you, but I got 6 supercars. Don't ever call me irrelevant. I'll be irrelevant for the rest
You
of
are
your life.
irrelevant this season. Don't give me that
You ain't even
garbage.
got
You're
one
irrelevant
of
this
them.
season.
You even got
Is Man
one.
United relevant this season? Man United are more successful,
ركز.
no?
ركز
Is Man
لاني انا
United
معك.
relevant this season?
ركز لاني انا معك ضد تشيلسي واحترم نفسك. Anyway, back to the topic.
it's
The reason why
Yeah, only me and you can flex it back to back.
The reason why I agree that Chelsea are a cup team is I don't look at the sample size of. I hear you under the Todd Bowley ownership. I think the whole thing changed, but for the last 10 years, Chelsea have made a lot of finals and performed well in the cup games. I think I actually went on I calculated this. I think Chelsea in 10 years made about 11 finals. So they have made a lot of finals and a lot of competitions. Now, is Roman Abramovich the same as Todd Bowley? No. So I understand why you guys are making that discrepancy and that change. But so far, under Blue Co, I think the Chelsea fans themselves would tell you, overall, the ownership have been a failure at the football club. So until you start to win the big trophies and you see the fruits of this ownership, you can never make that claim. But that's just what I think. So let me just grab these supers. We're gonna move on to talk about Liverpool.
The
Big up to
Chelsea
Denise.
fans are pissed in the comments, man. So
Hello, Habibis. Camels are good, but Turkish mountain donkey is better. Merry Christmas to all that to celebrate. Like and subscribe. Big up to you, Denise. Make sure guys are listening to me, liking, and
What a
subscribing.
super chat.
You know, there's a famous story on this channel about the Turkish donkey. And big up to Kurdish.
What a super chat.
Kurdish gave a story. He was like, my cousin who rides the donkey in the mountains of Kurdistan, he only watches the Champions League. If you know, you know, bro. Like that donkey right there has an iconic story attached to it, man. Big up to you, Denise. Big up to Judo Gnome.
What are you doing?
Day 163 of 1461 for your world champs, Chelsea. Today, our world champs are taking on Aston Villa. Big up, Alex. I'm going to send out the links in a bit. I think that today we might beat Aston Villa if Tosin is not starting. And then Tyler Jones, welcome to the most toxic community on YouTube. Day 163 of We Don't Care. You tell him, Tyler. You tell him, Tyler. You know, the reason I want people to understand something. The reason why people do not rate the Club World Cup is Carefree Lewis G. That's it. If Lewis stopped tweeting every day, and he put that ugly ass belt in the bag.
I
you can't
like
tell
the
me that
belt. I like the
ugly,
belt.
though.
I like
You
the
can't
belt.
tell me the belt's ugly.
I like the belt. I can't. I can't.
Yeah,
control
for
that
for
belt.
$500, it better be
yeah.
good.
$500,
$500
$500
pounds.
I'm buying it,
500
man.
pounds.
500
The belt's not
pounds.
ugly.
Oh,
That's-
Yo,
I'm not
man,
letting you
Lewis,
do that.
you know,
No,
£500. Lewis wipes his ass on
500
£500.
Joey,
What are you
pounds.
talking
Joey, would you pay 675
But
American dollars?
Haida, who it? He's been wanting that belt for forever. But if you know
Never.
him, if you
Never.
know, but Susam, if you
That is
know him, right? If you know him, he's
Yeah,
been
that's
wanting
Lewis
that belt
Louis right there.
forever.
That is
He's been
Lewis.
asking for WWE to make that belt for forever since I've known the kid.
Yeah,
So, like,
but if you're gonna
It
criticize
finally
it,
came and he spent the money. Haida, that's it.
yeah, exactly. The only criticism I have is it doesn't spin in the middle. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, that's it. That exactly. That's
That
what
you can criticize, man.
You
but,
need
know,
some
apart
more,
from
but
that,
that-
I
You got the
can't. I
belt
can't
as well,
cut it down.
Kojo.
He's a
I thought
huge
you were
WWE
reaching to show us
fan.
your
Of course,
belt, Kojo. I was
I'm
like,
Lewis,
nice.
yeah, I'm
No, not
your
at all.
butt.
Turning on my
You know what
heater.
I'm saying?
Mic drop. Wolfie won. Mic drop. Wolfie won the day is what Marco's saying. Marco, this is your first ever super chat on the channel.
Big
not
up to you,
defending
Marco.
Martinelli.
Big up
Appreciate
to
you,
you.
Marco.
As my owner says, at the end of the day, we always win. So
Yeah, big up Mr. Marinakis. I want to visit Greece one day. Big up to everyone locked in. Make sure guys are liking. Make sure guys are subscribing. Remember, we got Ahwa later on tonight as well. And we're going to redirect you to Mo after. We got a lot of content coming your way. Enjoying you guys' time off. So just moving on to Liverpool. Guys, we beat Spurs. Probably the worst 3 points of the whole season.
you should be
I appreciate
embarrassed.
you, Marco. I'm just saying this is the first time you haven't defended Martinelli in one. That's all I'm saying. Brother, what is this? Oh,
It's a
fair.
Statue of
That's
Liberty
Jalen
flexing,
Brunson.
bro.
Yeah, that's Brunson. That's Jalen Brunson. Ain't that Jalen Brunson?
Correct.
Yeah, come on. Don't disrespect my basketball knowledge. No.
That was
Um,
a Statue of Liberty, bro.
Yeah, but it's
New York
you don't-
Knicks.
You don't
Yeah.
even know anything. You don't
It's
even.
a celebration.
He probably
That's
thinks the
another
Jets play in the
celebration, man.
NBA.
Hooks does it every 5
Probably
minutes.
thinks the Jets play in the NBA. Now back to the topic. Liverpool won. Ashraf, talk to me. Liverpool victory. How do you think
Yeah,
Liverpool can come out of this mess?
I'm a bit old school that way, man. I think if the whole team is playing bad for a while, I think you need a change in management. Maybe it's still early. Maybe we need to wait till the end of the season. I don't think sacking him mid-season will do that much good, unless you're looking at a Champions League and saying, "Oh, can we win the Can we have a Tuchel Chelsea impact where we get a new manager mid-season with a decent squad and see if he can go on and do something crazy?" But it has been bad. I mean, the funny thing is you have been winning. So while we might say it has been bad, you've won now. You've won against Brighton. You have won against can't remember which is the third game that you won.
Spurs.
No, Spurs, Brighton. There was a third team. I remember that they won in a row. Anyways, you're the last.
Memorable.
You're the last team to beat Villa, which was obviously a
We
good
start
result
off
at the time.
winning ground.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know, man. I think there's a lot of things you'll have to I still think your midfield for me is a bit too open at times. I think you definitely need a DM in Jan, not even in the summer. You need to get some sort of DM in January. I'm not a big fan of Verts playing on the left. I still think he should be playing a bit more central. He finally got his first assist. He's no longer 00, whatever it is, 18 or 19
40
or
or
whatever
something
it
like
is.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, but it came at such a bad expense because then your striker got injured for like, I don't know, 2-3 months, however long he's out for. Like his first goal in the Premier League, and this happens.
Why would there be a forest section, you weasel? Why? But it has.
It
Why?
seems like they want it, you know. I'm seeing
Bro, no one can speak about forest. Carry
Wolfie
on.
goes an hour a day on his channel. You can watch it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
there's
go
plenty
to
of forest sections.
TV.
Go
Back to
to
Joey. Go speak
channel
about Forest Fan TV. We ain't gonna speak about Forest.
Yeah, man, I'm nearly on 35,000 subscribers. So
Yeah,
that's
go
give him
Come
a
on,
live.
come on.
Hold on,
Go
bro.
By the way, for
sub the
a-
Wolfie, Phineas. Go sub the Wolfie.
This guy is
Wolfie
talking
being
about
on 35,000 subscribers
Fuck
is like
all that, brother. No one trying to do that.
yeah.
So
if
now,
I was a fucking Arsenal fan, that's basically 1 million subscribers.
Exactly. I was about to say that. That's like AFTV being on 1 billion subscribers.
Yeah.
Like 35,000 for a Forest channel is
thank
and I
you. That's a
guarantee you
lot.
it's mainly because of Wolfie. It's not because of Forest. Nobody gives a
Yeah,
shit
yeah,
about
100%.
Forest.
Everyone
Wolfie
cares
is
about
the
Forest.
famous
2 stars.
We love
Wolfie
you,
is
Wolfie.
famous.
We love you, bro.
Exactly.
I think if you
But, yeah,
I think if you ask the
I can't
subscribers
wait
on
for Liverpool
YouTube, can
to-
they name 6 Forest players? I don't think they can.
Can you name
Oh,
6
stop.
Forest players?
I
Oh, man,
can.
that's BS.
I can actually. I think I can
try
name.
Gibbs White,
Elliot
Morello,
Anderson, Morello,
Milinkovic.
Milinkovic. What are you on about? Like Matt Sells, Nico Williams. What? How is this difficult?
Thank
Everyone
you.
on the chat,
He's the Forest
Savona,
relevant, man.
Rashford, Ayo.
I know your whole team,
okay,
man. I
okay,
can
Ashraf.
name your entire
Ashraf.
team, Wolfie. I
Ashraf,
literally.
can you name me 6 Burnley players? Ashraf, can you name 6 Burnley players?
For Ashraf, who's so fun at parties. Clap for him right now, please. He's so fun.
And that
He's
clap
so
was crap.
fun. Wow.
Let me give you a better
Factual.
clap.
I might not be
named
fun, but I'm
Forest
factual.
players. Another applause. Another applause. MashaAllah. Respect.
Big up Finn Has, you're a legend.
Ruined
man.
the
You're a
whole
legend.
point of the joke. He's actually started naming players, bro.
Maybe your
Anyway.
jokes would be better then. But okay.
No,
Yeah, I
you
can't
need
wait.
to
I
have
can't
that.
wait for Liverpool to come to the Emirates. To be honest, if they come to the Emirates in this kind of form, I think we'll have a very good game. It's obviously still far away, but it is what it is. We'll see. But yeah, look, I don't know. I think you make top 4. I think you eventually make top 4 because I just don't think the other teams are consistent enough to be getting results. Even Villa, who are flying right now, I think will have a dip at some point and they'll start like dropping points. We saw that a couple of years ago, if you guys remember, when they were comfortably in the top 3 for so long and they dipped a little bit.
Yo, I have a feeling it starts between me and your games. Like, but
Yeah,
right
their
here.
10-game winning run ends
Right
now
here.
because they will not.
Right here.
Yeah, they won't beat Chelsea at the Bridge and they definitely won't beat Arsenal at the Emirates. I think
that's
there's
what I'm saying.
10-week
Son. Right
run
here
ends,
is where they
yeah.
stop. We stop them right
Exactly.
here. We stop this Villa nonsense right here.
Exactly. This
and
is garbage.
week.
Put Emery.
And next
We'll
week,
send Emery
and
back to
they're
the
at it.
favela. Like, well, not favela. He's not Brazilian, but yeah, we'll send Emery back to Spain. Bro, man thinks he's a top world-class
Arsenal
manager
fans
now.
are
Because
so
of this.
anti-Emery, it's mad.
Yo,
I'm not
Emery is the
anti-Emery.
best
I'm
manager in the league
anti-revisionism.
after Pep.
I'm anti-revisionism. People are like, oh yeah, if Emery was given this money and Emery was not given enough time. Are
Facts,
we
he would've.
forgetting? No, that's BS. Are we forgetting?
It's not
First of all,
BS.
this guy managed a team where if you put your grandmother as manager, you should comfortably win the league, and he still bottled the league and lost to freaking Monaco, and also bottled a 4-0 lead against Barcelona and got knocked out. He couldn't manage a big team. Then he comes to Arsenal. Apparently, he's a cup specialist and a Europa League specialist. That's his domain. That's his forte. And he gets us smashed by Chelsea 4-1. We were 6 games away from top 4. We were the favorites. Go check the bookies. We
Ashraf,
were the
do you think
favorites in top
Arteta's
4.
a better manager than Emery?
Wait. He is a better manager. Because we had Crystal Palace at home and some other shitty games. We
I
lost
like
to Palace at home. We lost to Palace at home and bottled top 4 against a shitty team. At least when Arteta bottled top 4 the first time, it was to a Newcastle that was on the rise after they got the money, and Spurs who were in form and they made Champions League.
A Newcastle
guy
team
bottled
that
it to
were
Crystal
bottom of the
Palace.
league at Christmas, yeah.
No, but they picked it up after because that's when the Saudis bought them and they started buying players and they got a lot better. And this guy bottled it to Crystal Palace, who was shit at the time, at home, and another team against Fulham. I can't remember which one.
Wasn't the
What do you
year
want?
wasn't the year he bottled the league that Monaco year, Mbappe's like breakout year though?
Yeah, but they were still a much better team. They had a much better team, much better squad.
No,
And
Mbappe
they
was
kept-
like-
by the way,
I don't
And
know.
also Emery
and that
bottled-
same year, he bottled a 4-0 lead against Barcelona.
Bro, don't
4-0.
make us bring out the Arteta bottle jobs. The list is longer.
It's
Yeah,
not-
that's
I
what
You
I
promise
bottled
you,
the league
Emery
to
level.
Forest. You bottled the league to Forest, bro. Hey,
Bernardo
Prince,
Silva,
Emery
all
is
these
a
men,
manager.
Ron,
First of all, we didn't
Fabinho,
bottle the league for us. What are you on about? We had already lost the league by then. It was
No,
was
you
in
hadn't.
City's hands.
Mathematically, you had not.
Yes, we had. Yeah,
No, you hadn't.
but it was in
Mathematically, you had
City's
not. You
hands.
bottled it.
It was in City. It was no longer in our hands. We had to beg City
Bro,
to
you
drop one.
lost to us
The second-
one. Taiwo Awani
thing is-
scored against you,
The
man.
second, Emery bottled it when it was in nobody's hands. It was only in our hands, and he bottled it regardless. That's one. Secondly, you're talking about you bottled the league to Forest. Nobody thought we would challenge for the league that season. That was a shock.
Fantastic
the aim was to
Liverpool
finish.
section,
Did anyone think Liverpool
aim-
were going to win the league last
Yeah,
season?
we're-
The aim was to finish top 4, and I told you it's more interesting than Liverpool, and we finished second. Emery is a bottle job in big clubs. He cannot do it in a big club. He can do it in small clubs where there's less pressure. He cannot do it in a big club because he cannot handle the pressure. He's been given 2 opportunities and he's bottled both of them. Do you remember we were 11th in the league when he got sacked? The whole fan base was so toxic. The players were making fun of him. They were saying, good evening, good evening. That's how less control he had of his own players. What kind of manager? You can have
And
a
you've
manager
gone on
managing
to
a big
some
club.
sickening trophies since then, haven't you? I hear it. But anyway, can we talk about Liverpool?
By the way, we did actually, because the season he got sacked, Arteta came and took that exact same team that was garbage, by the way, under Emery, and won an FA Cup with them, beating Chelsea and City.
Emery's FA Cup as it's known. I hear it.
It's not Emery's FA Cup. It's not Emery. Wait. Why is it Emery's FA Cup? Can you tell me?
Because it's his team.
Did Emery manage a single game in the FA Cup that season?
Recruit those players.
Yo, you are getting.
But so why couldn't Emery?
I want to talk about Liverpool.
Why couldn't Emery? No, stop. You say something stupid, you're gonna get checked on it. Why didn't Emery win something with his own team? When Emery got his players and his team, why didn't he win some? When he reached the final, why did he bottle it with his team?
Okay, but that's really not a good.
Aiden Hazard.
I was 11
because then I'm just going to say to you. Hold on, I'm going to say to you, why hasn't Arteta won anything with his own team then?
Yes, by the way, he's won an FA Cup again, so I don't know.
You just said it's Emery's team, and you said, why didn't Emery win it with his team? Now I'm asking you the same question. Why hasn't Arteta won anything with his team and nearly £1 billion spent? And nearly £1 billion spent?
Arteta has been criticized for not winning stuff with his team. I have done that, and you know it. But what Arteta has done with Arsenal is still better than what Emery has done with Arsenal.
Well,
because but again, he won an FA Cup, but let's ignore the FA Cup. And Arteta has been there for 4 years, so it's not like he's been there for 7 or 8 years, right? He's been there for 4 years.
How much has he spent? How much has he spent?
In four, I don't know. I don't know how much.
Nearly $1 billion.
4 years. But anyways,
why are we talking about Unai Emery so passionately as well? Like
this fraud brought it up. That in 4 years,
can't accept that he's better than Arteta.
He's not better than Arteta, though.
He is proven that he's not better than Arteta.
No, he's not factually. Factually, they managed the same club. One failed, one didn't. One won an FA Cup, one didn't.
You don't think Arteta's been a failure at Arsenal?
Not bigger than Emery. I think both.
No. You said one failed and one didn't. By what you just said there, it means
in terms of winning a trophy. But overall, I look at more than just the FA Cup. So yes, in my context, Arteta has failed so far. But in your logic of trophies and it's the only thing that matters.
No, I never said Emery succeeded at Arsenal. All I said was Emery is factually a better and more successful manager.
So both of them
than
failed
Arteta.
at Arsenal, but one of them factually failed more than the other manager. There you go. They're happy.
And
does that make you?
Factually, Emery is a more successful manager than Arteta.
Yes, and so is the manager of probably Al Ahly in Egypt and Al Hilal in Saudi Arabia. That doesn't mean they're better managers. That doesn't mean they're better managers.
But can we go back to Liverpool? We go back to Liverpool because I am sorry to say that is one of the worst results I have. I know you won, but Spurs are shitter than Wolves. I faced them both. I faced Wolves and I faced Spurs back to back 2 weeks ago. Spurs are probably the shittest team right now in the league. And for you to only beat them 2-1 with 2 men sent off, bro, that's worse than some of the L's you've taken this season. Fuck me, man. How the hell could you only beat them by 1 goal? Was that their stadium? Is that their stadium? Where they have won 4 games in 2025. Where their manager has won 3 games across both his clubs at home in 2025. And you went and beat them 2-1? That is a fucking shocking result. Apart from the points, everything else about that was a complete embarrassment. It should have felt like a loss. We destroyed Spurs, man, and we've been shit this season. They didn't lay a glove on us. You conceded a fucking goal to Spurs.
I think most of them agree with you, though, bro. I didn't see anybody like hyping.
I'm just saying. I haven't spoken on that game for a while.
Like,
but
I think
that is the worst result. That's the worst winning result of the season. That's the worst winning result of the season. Not Arsenal versus Wolves. Wolves are better than Spurs when it comes to football. Let's not forget Spurs gave Wolves 50% of their points this season. Let's not forget that. True. Let's not forget that.
Wait, wasn't that also
honestly, when Wolves first started speaking, I thought he was going to do the shameless thing. But listen, man, that was the worst 3 points I've seen in my life. Like,
correct.
11v11, 11v11. We had less 0 open play XG, by the way. They had more XG than us 10v11 and higher XG 9v11 as well. I have not,
Wow.
like, I just don't. You want to know something? Ashraf probably can relate to this, and Wolfie to an extent. The one they can relate from a positive example is Kojo and Joey. Defensive football doesn't get criticized when you don't concede chances and when you look solid defensively. Meaning, Arsenal Everton. Everton had 0.2 XG. At no moment in time doing that watch along did I ever feel like Everton is scoring a goal. So now you've got all 6 midfielders on the pitch to have any form of control. You don't have control. You don't create chances and you have a lack of creativity. And Spurs are creating the more dangerous chances. Brother, what the fuck are we doing here? يعني احنا what are we doing here? So we don't control the game. We don't defend. We don't attack. And how did we score the goal? Romero shoots it straight at McAllister. It rebounds to Verts. Verts finds Isak. Isak, fantastic finish. We wish him a speedy recovery. But so you're telling me even our goals come from an opposition mistake or basically a wonder goal or set piece?
Yep.
If unsustainable was 3 points, it's what we saw against Tottenham Hotspur. And for me, Slot needs to get his shit together. Your excuse for the Salah thing is he doesn't track back. Habibi Chiesa tracks back. Start him. Start a proper winger in there. The problem is our right-hand side is isolated. Our left-hand side is isolated. We cannot defend. We cannot attack. It's just shit right now. The style of football is atrocious. There is no creativity. Have you got Ekitike, Soboslai, Verts out there, and you can't create a chance, and you can't control the ball. You can't do shit. Like it's just so confusing watching a Liverpool Football Club. And then you've got happy clappers like this. I swear Liverpool is the first team in history to play badly with a man advantage. And Semenyo 2009, Ronaldo, everything is dramatic these days. So 11v11. Box of oranges. I'll do a stream with you right now willingly and watch the first 30 minutes 11v11. I want you to tell me what Liverpool did. And then after that, when it went 10v11, I want you to tell me what chance Liverpool created. You know, Liverpool had 0 big chances in that game. 0 big chances.
Bro, that's not even the damning stat, bro. Spurs,
against Tottenham Hotspur, who are shit. Do you understand how bad it was? So
you want to know how bad it is?
No, let me call out this guy. This is the problem. People like Box of Oranges. Thank you for the super chat. But happy clappers like you have existed at every fan base and at our football club for a really long time. Liverpool win a game. Oh my God, why are you complaining? We got the 3 points. It's amazing. Liverpool lose a game. End of the world. I think sometimes when you win games of football, you can deduce things from a performance perspective that you might not learn in a losing performance. The way that we played that game against 10 men is disgusting because you can't control, you can't defend, you can't attack. Every aspect of football you failed in. Legitimately, every aspect of football you failed in. And you allowed Richarlison to score with 10 men. You know how bad that is? Box of oranges. And the issue is, if God forbid Wolves beat us this Saturday, you'll come here and go like, wow, that was a shit performance, blah, blah, blah. Okay, man, we played badly against Spurs, so call it out. You don't just call out performances where you win or lose. You have to call out the performance straight up. That's it.
It's can I just add the most damning stat? Spurs' XG we've been taking the piss out of for months, weeks now. 007 against Forest, there's got down dialed from 0.37 down to 0.33. That's how shit they are. That was with 11 men. Bro, they had 9 men and they got 1.07 XG against you. And your XG was 0.66. Like, you don't need to have watched, even if you didn't watch the game, you could just look at that stat and think, what the fuck? That's what you could think. And it just tells you how Liverpool were playing. So lethargic, so passive, and still
they're so lucky
making mistakes within that game.
They're so lucky because their next game is Wolves at home. Like that should be a win.
Bro,
but the reality is,
if it would not surprise me if Wolves get their first win. I don't think they will, but it wouldn't surprise me.
If Wolves get their first win at Anfield, they should sack Slot.
He'll get sacked.
The
They'll sack him after the game immediately. But
I'm not bantering.
By the way, if I just want to make something clear to the box of oranges, I want to, and this is for you and for everyone in the chat. Yeah, watch this. It's very important, and this is a little bit exclusive news for you guys. If Wolves do
We
beat
get-
us this Saturday, there is a legitimate possibility that Slot gets sacked, but they will use the Wolves' loss as an excuse. Because I'll tell you something right now, Edwards and Hughes are beefing with Slot because of a certain something happening in the background, which will be released soon. Listen, you guys laughed at me with the Semenyo thing. You guys laughed with the
ITK,
McAllister thing.
Hussam.
You laughed with the Gakpo thing. You laughed with so much shit I've told you guys before. But just watch the
You
space.
said Shirk, yeah, I
There is
remember once. by the way.
something in the background happening with Richards, with the Hughes, with Edwards, and with Slot. Just watch the space, and you will see. And I'm not an ITK or anything, but when it gets released publicly, you will know. A box of oranges. And if we lose to Wolves, they will simply use it as an excuse to sack Slot because they have there's a different reason why they want to sack Slot under the table. It has nothing to do, like, it's even less than the results. You get me? So, listen, Slot
So,
is in
with that in
desperation
mind,
mode for results.
So
With
he's
that
pretty
in
much
mind,
a dead man
what
walking.
you
at
just
this point.
said, would you take a loss this weekend just to rip the plaster off?
I'll never
the
support
greater
my
good.
football club
For
to
the
lose,
greater
ever.
good, would you take a loss?
I'll never support my football club to lose ever.
For the greater good. I wonder if anyone in the chat, if you would, and you're a Liverpool fan in the chat, do what?
I listen.
Check
Jack
out.
in the chat is a
Check out.
scouser, and he literally put the Brighton crest before we played them. like,
You
like
should
I-
never- you never
Yo,
wish-
that is. I'm sorry. That is unacceptable. What the?
No,
Why would
look,
anyone?
I get what Hussam's saying, but at the same time, for the greater good of the club, if you are that adamant that this guy is not the guy, and on top of that, he's not sackable because of credit in the bank and shit, but this game would sack him.
يا حبيبي يلعن الكريدت the
No,
credit
I-
خلاص
I-
ran off.
I
What
hear
credit
that.
mean?
Sorry. You cannot win the
I
league.
hear that. but you don't-
Credit mean?
You
Brother, the
cannot
whole
win
I
thing
hear
is
that,
this is
but
the
you
worst
don't-
run
you
of
don't,
form since Winston Churchill. What
You
credit?
cannot win a league.
Oh,
by-
okay, so you're strengthening the argument.
يعني
that-
credit the third game, the fourth
No.
game, 9-game
mistakes
credit.
in the league.
أي credit
Okay, so you're
حبيبي.
strengthening the argument. Is it in your opinion, it's in Liverpool's best interest to sack him? He is not going to get sacked until I would say you crash out. Say you crash out of the Champions League. Okay.
I hear that,
Never-
Wolfie, but you
never
don't
crash
wear the
out.
jersey
I'll
of
never
your
want my club
opponents. I'm
to lose a
sorry,
game
that's
of football
mental.
ever.
I'm not saying I would. I'm saying you
Yeah,
can't
yeah, I get
dismiss
you.
the logic.
There
You
is
can't
one
dismiss the
time in
logic.
my
Yeah, yeah, no,
life,
no,
I
I
wanted-
don't. The logic makes sense. The logic.
You're not
There
about
is
to get
one time in my
relegated.
life I wanted Liverpool to lose a game of football. One time. And there is no other time.
Against Man U.
And my legend, Stevie G, thought the same thing. When Gerrard assisted Drogba to stop Man United winning the league title.
So you're just a Spurs fan then, aren't
And
you?
Chelsea ended up winning the league. Hey, listen, Man United hated
So
for
basically,
me.
you're the same as a Spurs fan against
It's
Man
just-
City.
It's just look at this guy.
Inferiority complex, bro.
I keep getting hacked by rivals. You just made it the Wolves crest. Wow.
By the way, again, I'll say this. While I'm not gonna tell fans how to support and stuff, I get it. Like sometimes, especially where you grow up, you have like lots of rivalries and stuff. I always found that very idiotic. I genuinely did when Spurs, and I'm not even saying it because we couldn't win the league. When Spurs fans were sitting against City, cheering for City and hoping their club loses, I always find that extremely stupid. Like you would rather your club's demise so your enemies don't win versus your club winning games. Like I don't know. I find it very idiotic. What Wolfie said, okay, I can hear it because it's to the benefit of his club. Like, oh, let's lose this game, so the shitty manager goes and I get a better manager and I compete. But to say I'd rather lose this game so my enemies don't celebrate, I find that extremely stupid in football. I've never
Well,
understood
let's
that.
all
once.
remember Arsenal fans were Spurs fans 2 decades ago.
What do you mean?
When you were winning the league, you needed Spurs to beat Man U, if I remember rightly. There was a game. I remember there was even banners saying "We are Spurs fans until 5 p.m." and stuff. At
Yeah, but that's for our benefit, right? Not for theirs.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that makes sense. I wanted Spurs. I was cheering Spurs to win against City. I don't give a shit if they are our rivals. It's to our benefit. Our benefit comes first. Any fan that says my hatred for this rival is bigger than my love for my own club, I just find that idiotic.
You know what's
That's
funny,
so-
Ashraf? If they'd won that game, I may be wrong, but I'm thinking back to the time they would have made Champions League if they'd won that game.
They would have because
Yeah.
because Villa lost the last game to Palace.
Yeah,
They got
yeah.
slapped 5-1. They would have
Yeah.
actually made Champions League. And by the way, their manager came and spoke against it. He's like, now I see the priorities of the club. And he spoke against the fans and against the club for that mindset. Obviously, he ended up getting sacked a year later, but
Winning
I mean,
a
he gave
trophy.
them their only trophy. Yeah, he gave them their only trophy in 20 years. So
Imagine you're a club that sacks your manager because he was successful for you.
Wolfie will never get over that shit, bro.
What
He'll be
shit?
holding that over Spurs fans' heads for the rest of their life.
I will until this summer.
But
'cause if we
Wolfie
win the Europa
17th
League, I
is
still want
insane,
Deitch
though.
gone. So
yeah, 17th is insane. I'm sorry. You're the same then. You're the same.
Yo, Wolfie's hilarious.
yeah, but I've won Champions Leagues, bro. I ain't Spurs.
Yeah,
You know, my
you're
standard is
hilarious.
higher, man.
You
Come on.
they set a record
You're
last season for
hilarious.
the team with the most losses in the Premier League that didn't get relegated, 21 or 22. That, bro, I'm sorry, that is sackable, even if they win.
Bro, do you know
Europa.
how many times they've been close to relegation, man? I swear that team, them and Man U, man. If they could both be relegated this
Well, if
season,
Man United get relegated, we're doing a celebration stream like no other. Anyway,
bro, I'm flying
Gonna-
over. Flying over.
I'm gonna wrap up the stream here. All the links are in the description. Every single link in the description. Wab Sports, that's where you can find Joey. Little Black Book, that's where you can find Kojo. Quest's channel is also in the description. Wolfie's channel, Forest Fan TV. Joe's channel as well is in the description. And go give Ashraf subscription as well on Ashraf Talks Football. Subscribe to this channel. Thank you guys for 67.7k. We are closing in on the 68k mark before we get to 69k and 70k. Appreciate every single one of you guys. Hit the like button. Subscribe. Love you all. We're back on MHF later tonight at 10. And then we got Ahwa at 11. So that's going to be a lot of fun. This is going to redirect you over to Judge Mo. How are we going to irritate Judge Mo? Great question.
Type in fraud, just or
No.
enter a shit.
Oh, no. You don't need to do anything. Our raid is going to be one word. Bologna. Every single one of you go spam Bologna in his chat because they lost the semi-final to Bologna.
Did they?
I'm
They're
gonna be
so
spamming
irrelevant. I don't
as
know.
well and raising his blood pressure. Yalla. See you guys over there, man. Love you all. Peace out.